Hi everybody. So I wanted to give you some things that you can do throughout the day, throughout the week, when you're at your desk. Some yoga tools that'll help you kind of stay in good health and to help some of the aches and pains that come from being in this position for a prolonged period of time. So first of all, what I want you to do is to take your chair slightly away, make sure that your desk is stable, and then making sure that your feet can fit comfortably. If this is an issue, I would recommend throwing some books or something to make sure that your feet can be flat and that you're not in this high heel position. So feet totally flat on the floor. You're going to start by just extending the arms, taking the weight onto the desk, and then taking the chair backwards and letting your head hang here. So we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Notice that my belly is against my thighs. That's where it's important to make sure that your feet are flat so that that can be resting comfortably. So notice no tension in the shoulders, no tension in the low back. 3 more breaths. One more breath here. So we're going to go through this in 2 more rounds. I'm going to give you some options. You can always stay with this first variation, keeping the arms extended. The next variation, which is going to be a little bit deeper movement through the back and through the shoulders, is to take the elbows here. Now with the elbow position, it's really important that you keep the elbows narrow here and that they're not splaying out like this, because this will create tension in the neck, which is what we're trying to undo rather than to do. So from here, my elbows are lined up with my shoulders, keeping them in narrow. And then from here, it's the same thing. So I'm just going to let my hips roll behind me a little or a lot. It's been pretty hot. I've been moving a lot today, so my back is pretty mobile. But you might be able to come down this far. If so, great. If not, stay put wherever you are. If you do have more space, you're welcome to drop the head here, so long as you, again, we're not creating tension in the neck, we're trying to relieve it. 5 breaths. Again, just let the head roll to make sure that that's in a sustainable position. There's no resistance there. If there is resistance, just bring the torso up a little bit higher. 3. Relax your jaw while you're at it. Relax your eyelids. 1 more. Okay. So again, this is a progressive movement. We started with the arms extended, then we went to bent elbows, making sure that the elbows are lining up with the shoulders. And then the final position, again, we're just tightening up the space. So I'm going to take that second position as it was available to me. I'm going to drop my head in. And then just to increase this back bend, pay attention to my hand position here. So I start with my fingers vertical, and then I'm going to work my thumbs towards my spine. Inhale. Exhale. 4. 3 more breaths. Now, if you're concerned if you're doing this right or not, you're doing it right if it feels like there's some space opening up in the big chunk of the back and under the armpits. You're doing it wrong if it feels like there's tension in the neck or the low back. So all you got to do is pump the brakes a little bit. Come back to either that first or second variation. 2 more breaths. And again, I'm just letting my head be soft here. 1 more. And we'll come back right where we started from.